look up Douglas, Arizona, find my buyer. It was one of the comps that he sent me was the agent that ended up buying it. He was too lazy to go look at his own comps of the agent who bought it. I just made a phone call. It was a $1,500 deal. But that's the point, is it wasn't, but $18,000 deal at 6%, what is that? Someone got a calculator in there, $1,000 maybe? It's nothing. So you're making $1,500, he made $1,000, the other it was a daisy chain. It was all daisy chains. So
one of your markets is Phoenix?
I do Phoenix, yeah.
Even
I love
with the
Phoenix.
amount of wholesalers and the stuff that's going on with
Yeah, no one knows what they're, perfect example, no one knows what they're doing over there. This guy,
because you did mention the big hitters, a lot of big hitters are in Phoenix.
yeah, no, look at, like Jerry Norton. Anyone know Jerry?
Yeah.
He moved out there when Phoenix got hot because it was a hot market. He wanted to be in that market. Same with a lot of these guys that went out there. I know, I don't know who else has been out there. I think Jamil's been out there forever. Who else? But, that astro flipping, all that is daisy chain. It's a glorified name for daisy chain. And they're all okay with it. That's what I say. You can send it out whatever price you want. They don't care. They don't get butthurt. People here. Tucson, stay the hell out of there. Why? Who goes to Tucson? No, because Phoenix is so hot. I look at Sedona. I'll look at Flagstaff. I'll look at different pockets. I'm not big on Tucson, but like we were putting together I even sent it to John over here. I send him Phoenix stuff all the time. He thinks I'm crazy, but it's the hottest market.
How about Sedona? I know market's tiny.
Sedona's great. If you can get a good deal in Sedona, I'm a buyer for it. I love Sedona.
What are you targeting Sedona? Because I know it's
Airbnb stuff. It's all Airbnb. I mean, it's whatever property. The properties are weird. You've been to Sedona?
like a million times.
So you love it too, right? That should be your markets to invest in. You should have your footprint in Sedona. Call agents, call other realtors, call wholesalers, call the guy who works call the Uber driver in Sedona. Say, anytime you're Ubering, you see a distressed property, call me. I do that with my Uber drivers when they're giving me a ride. Give them a car and say, hey man, you're driving around all the time. You see something that looks like crap, give me a call, you'll make some money. And but Sedona, you know it well. I don't know Sedona, so once you go north of Sedona, you go up that river towards Flagstaff. You got a little community on the right that's I really like. Stayed in there. Like Les Chagris or something like that. You know it?
Between Flagstaff and
It's 5 to 10 minutes north of Sedona, but on the way to Flagstaff.
is it Prescott?
No, I can try to look it up for you, man. But I've only been there twice, so I'm not as keen on it, but I love it, and I know a good market. International, anyone do an international? No?
I want to.
Outside the country?
Yeah.
Like Canada?
Tell you.
Mexico?
Yeah,
Screw Canada. Mexico.
Mexico?
Acapulco, Mexico is a hot market. I just looked at something there right now.
You can assign contracts.
You could assign anything, bro, yeah.
What?
You could assign anything.
I mean,
Real estate's real estate, bro.
I tried Puerto Rico, but they're corrupt down there. Mexico's corrupt too.
I'd be careful. I wouldn't focus on that. I'm just saying, look, internet, you see good Airbnb opportunities. You go to travel, what's the first thing you do? You go on Airbnb. You want to see where to stay, what's going on.
Where are you getting your property? Prop stream does that on there?
No. That's manual. That's.
All right, so what do you do?
Well, he's still on Sedona over here.
No. So I'm going to Spain in about a month and a half.
Okay.
What's the first thing you would do in another country to look for these things?
Look for the best agent you can find.
Okay.
A real estate agent. Get a feel for the market, right? Know what it is, right? Ask them who's an investor. I want to talk to an investor. Get a phone number. You're getting the chance. It's like a detective. Anyone's a cop, they're going to start here and they're going to work
Pick
their way
their
down.
brain and see what they do. And
That's it. Just have a conversation. Take them to lunch. Buy them a lunch. Say, hey man, I just have questions. Interested in investing here? Want to know? Hey, I have a contract. What's not legal about me saying I have this piece of paper? I don't want to sell anymore, but you want to buy it. I'm going to give it to you for $5,000. You're going to be okay with it if it's a good deal. Anyone's okay with it. You can do that with anything. What's that?
Like Mexico, like Zillow?
No. Listen. Get off the international topic for a second. I'm just, I'm not there sourcing international, but I'm saying if you speak Spanish or you speak any other language and you're going to these countries, you can absolutely 100% buy real estate and invest there. 100%. Whose Airbnb are you staying in when you go to the beach in Mexico, Cancun?
It's crazy.
It's an investor.
Yeah.
It's not the guy working at McDonald's unless he's just bored. I don't know what he's doing, but just open up your eyes to other than the traditional stuff. That's touched on JV, social media, your network and agents. Just who you know. I got deals by working in a community and the guy came up to me and said, you wanna buy this property? And that's just right place, right time, and it rolled into another one. Lady's place got flooded out from upstairs, we picked up for $18,000 in Willow William Beach. So deals are, this is a few years ago, but deals are out there, you know, so it's just who you know. I got some nuggets in here, I'm trying to pick them out for you guys. How you guys doing? You learn anything right now?
Yeah.
Some stuff?
Can we circle back to the Zillow thing with your VA?
Let's go.
Because I had an old VA reach out to me today, asking me if I had any work for him. I think I might hire him to do this. But he's not good at cold calling, but he might be able to do the email thing. Now, do they send the contracts or do your people send the contracts?
My guy's trained to send the contract.
So
He's
when
signing
your VA sends the contract?
Because I'm not sending them as is, you know, they have an inspection period, they're all stuff that you can get your money back. These are just, like I said, I'm casting a line out and fishing right now.
You have like a template for them? Like, it's like a standard template
Yeah,
basically?
it's the FAR MLS, it's pretty simple. I can say, you know, if you want the MLS, you get my info, I'll send you the MLS, or the realtor contract. just
Do
the
they
FAR bar.
sign the contract or they use your signature?
Nope, they sign it. I have no, they sign it as my signature. It's my account, so they're signing it, so I don't even have to look at it. So, I know you used to do this, right? John used to do this, and how many no's did you get? Then you get people who entertain it, and you're like, it's just another avenue of marketing. You know, that's how I look at it. Now, one thing, go ahead, brother.
Are you negotiating after, okay, so let's say you send the offer 60% of.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Are you, and then they come back to you, or are you negotiating the price?
Yeah, if I'm trying to get an appointment, or just some type of, hey, they're gonna
And
counter.
then that VA sends it to you, and then you take it over at that point?
I'm CC'd on the email, so I see everything. So I see the whole communication with it, and then if it's something you're gonna close, I'm gonna move that to a new email, like I said before, I'd make a new email for something I'm actually buying and closing on. Regular wholesale stuff just in the email. You know, I don't do many wholesale, like I said, it's an exit strategy, and that's what you wanna do. Any deal you get into, what's my exit strategy here? Am I gonna buy it and rehab it, flip it? Am I gonna buy it, am I gonna burr it? Burr is kind of tough right now, because rate's killing it. Anyone know what burr is? Don't know what burr is?
I don't know.
Someone help me. Buy, rehab, rent, refi, repeat. So what that means is you're gonna buy this property, you need to get at a good deal. You need to make sure you have equity in it when it's rehab. So you're gonna go to the bank, they're gonna reappraise it, and they're gonna give you, it's called a cash out refi. So if you're all into the property, say $300,000 all in, and it's worth 500, they'll give you that full $300,000 back, and you can get more, because it's gonna, you know, single family homes, what, 90% LTV? I can hook you guys up with all these people. If you need good title companies, good lenders too, so sorry not to step on your toes.
I'm not gonna be able to.
I apologize, I forgot we had a lender now, this is the only lender to use here. But
Did you bring business cards to hand out?
I'll get some. Well, not for my people, but,
I mean,
oh, for me?
for anybody that wants your contact.
I'll set them up.
So anybody wants his number, Ed's number, grab it before we leave. We got the venue till 10 o'clock.
How much time we got?
We got the place till 10 o'clock.
Well, I don't want to talk till 10 o'clock.
You
I
guys want to keep hearing what Ed has to say?
Yo, Ed, keep
Yeah.
dropping gems, man.
Keep going, brother.
You're
Keep
redoing
going.
my whole business, man.
We got the place till 10 o'clock.
Can you touch on lease option?
Yeah, lease options. So I love this question. So this is another form of seller finance. When I was talking with Pace about that one big deal we're putting together, this is how I actually learned seller finance about a year ago. I mean lease options. So lease option is an option that you're gonna present a seller finance or something to them. They may be entertaining it or whatever the case is, and you can use lease option in a bunch of different ways. But what he had proposed to them, it's like, you know, you take a girl out, you're not just going to marry her on the first day, right? You want to go on a date, you want to wine and dine. So that's essentially what a lease option is, right? Instead of seller finance, you want to say, hey, why don't we do a lease option? I'll lease it from you with the option to buy. That's all it means. You're going to set all your terms right then and there. So you may do a lease option for 20 years. And in the 20 years, you can use those lease payments to actually go towards paying it down. It's almost like a rent to own or something. So instead of just going right into a seller finance and having that marriage and having that person be your bank for so long, you're now using that lease option, saying, hey, we're gonna date a little bit, make sure this works. I wanna make sure you're not an asshole asking me for my money the day before it's due. And you know, you don't want people like that as your bank hounding you. You know, so you wanna make sure it's a good relationship. Lease option allows you to do that. So lease option could be used as far as, what was I touching on? I'm sorry, I lost train of thought.
Describing a lease option.
I brought up something else, a lease option to use for on the side. Anyway,
Base.
what was that?
With base?
Yeah, so with that $10 million deal, he was gonna get it seller finance to him, and the guy's very hesitant, because he wants to move out of Gainesville, go move elsewhere, but he's open to seller finance. But he said, well, let me pitch this to you as a lease option, we'll do it for a year, make sure it works, and then we lock it up, or we part ways, and there's no harm, no foul. My point was, you can do that with Airbnbs also, like rental arbitrage. You can go and do a lease option on a property if they don't want to sell, say, they have it up for rent. One of my favorite lists, people sleep on this list. You know, for sale by owners, go for those for rent by owners. For rent by owner, ask them if they want to sell. You never know, they may be a tired landlord. You don't know what their deal is. I get a ton of leads on the for rents. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to use the lease option as exit strategy to, if you have it under contract, I mean, you have a lease option, can you go refinance it?
Can you refinance a lease option? Yeah, if you have the right to the deed, so however it's written with the deed, you can say, I'm exercising.
I'm the owner,
Oh, you're the owner of the lease option, so you're lease opting it to a buyer.
yeah.
Okay, and then they want to refi you out?
No, if I can refine it, let's say I use.
Oh, you want to
money-
refi your property?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
technically, you're still the owner.
Yeah,
They're just have a lease with an option to buy. Nothing's changed from you saying, here's the number we agreed on, here's this. You just want a better payment for yourself so you can make more money.
yes,
Banks do it all the time. Anyone buy a house here for themselves personal? Couple people, no? When you buy a house, and say you go to, Mr. Lender back here will know this, how many loans you sell off in a week when you write one up? That loan gets sold off probably.
Can I ask you how much money you made last week?
Well, you sell them off, I'm saying. The Fannie Mae's are buying them, these loans are getting sold off to the bigger companies that have big
all
money.
right, yes.
So you're the bank, you could do the same thing.
Okay.
And, not to ask you how much you made, but say you get rid of those loans pretty quick, I'm sure. You want to move them to the Fannies and the Freddies. There you go. He's a money man. He's going to be my new lender now. So, for rent by owners. These for rent by owners, I'm targeting these people and I'm telling them straight up, are you ready to sell? What do you want to do here? A lot of them, it's been on the market for rent for 3 months, 2 months, 5 months, you don't know. They say, yeah, I'll entertain an offer. These are the people I'm pitching seller finance to the most. Because one, they're another investor. That's who is most likely to seller finance something. Another investor, it's hard to educate just your average Joe who owns one property and they want to seller finance it. So you go to these for rent by owners, the benefits to them is they upgrade from the landlord to the bank. They're still making passive cash flow every month on their property. And they're not being targeted by people saying, do you want to sell? So this is another untapped list, of people that you're getting access to. Also with these people, you go up to them and ask them if they want to do you can do an Airbnb arbitrage with this if it's in a good area. You can just straight up lease it from them, tell them what you're doing. You can put it up on Airbnb and make the money. Furnish it, do whatever you got to do. That's another avenue. Down here it's a little harder. Rents are harder. Other markets, Texas is really good for this. Phoenix, I've seen it done there. Anywhere you can do it. Anywhere's a deal. But I'm saying, that's one big one that I really like to focus on. So I'm going to give you a real life example right now. How about that? Let's do this. Onyx Maps. Write this down, everyone. You can do this with the property appraiser's website. This is just for me the easiest, quickest, simplest way I found to find buyers and anyone who owns a property. So this is made for hunting to see what land you're on. Let's see if this works. You're going to go to Hunt Map. What? You guys can tell I'm a Windows user, not a Mac. So, real life example. This is the deal we were telling. We just locked this up. If anyone wants to buy it, we're going to be sending it out probably this week. 1517. Was it Hunter? Southeast
4th Street.
We may take it down for an Airbnb ourselves, but before we came here, an hour before, we just got the contract on this. 5-bed, 5-bath, 2,900 square foot. It's bigger. So, right next to the Cove in Deerfield Beach. Right? Take that. Okay. Here we go. All right. Don't have an account? get started. So this is for when you lock up a deal and you find a deal and you want to find a buyer. This is what I use. This is all you got to do. You don't even got to pay for it. It's just simple. Oops. This. A. Tab. Ah, shit. It is this simple. I'm just stupid. Command V. Password. Pick something up. Start your free trial. 8 characters. We'll do that. All right. Look at that. We just got a free trial. Select your state. Now, if you want to do it in different states, you got to make different accounts. It's only good for 7 days, but this will do. So we're going to go Florida. Submit. I don't care what I want. Today, start mapping. Here we go. All right. This is totally user-friendly, quick, fast, because this is what I want. If I want to move a property within an hour, this is what I'm doing. This is what, Hunter, this is what I wanted to show you before. So Hunter's working on his first wholesale deal. He's never done a wholesale deal. He's done a million other. There you go. Give him a round of applause. He's learning the ropes right now. He's done a million other just straight retail, just sale deal. He's a killer salesman. But he wants to venture into this real estate world of investing and all this crazies. So I don't know why, but if this loads, I'll show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on the area and it's going to start outlaying the properties almost like a GIS map does, right? And anyone familiar with the property appraiser site, just looking at the map, you have to click on each individual property to see who's the owner. It takes forever. This website allows you to zoom in, and as you hover over it, it shows you every single name of everyone who owns a house in this block. It's quick, so I could scan through 50 names in probably seconds. Here we go, Deerfield. So I'll go into a property, or go into the neighborhood.
What's the domain name for the site?
It's called onxmaps.com. onxmaps.com. If you want to be cheap like me, you can buy it too, but you can get the whole thing. It's like $100 a year, but I'm cheap. All right, so the Cove right here. This is where this property's at. So this pocket right here, one of the hottest pockets in Deerfield. There we go. Now I'm learning. Okay. Anyone have any questions so far? I want to open it up too.
How did you find Onyx Maps?
I'm a
Where do
hunter,
you find
bro.
these websites?
I'm hunter and fisherman, bro.
You guys are incredible, these websites. How do you find websites like this?
It's out there.
I know
What are you gonna
they're
say?
out there.
So this is just the property appraiser, but quicker?
Exactly. And it's just, once this loads, you're gonna see everyone's name who owns these properties right now.
Wow.
But it doesn't
And-
provide you like contact information or that, right?
No, you gotta bring that in, but what we're doing here, is we're looking for LLCs, or multiple names in that, some people are just buying them in their name and keeping them there. So you're finding, this is your buyer's list in this pocket. Forget a buyer's list for all of Palm Beach County, I don't want that, I want who's buying right here. When I say, hey, Joey Johnson, I have a property on the street over from yours, do you want it? I've moved so many properties like this because they buy, I had a townhome, the guy he owned I think about 60% of the townhomes in this one. I called him with one, he was on it that day, got me the contract, quick. And
So
it
we
was,
look for a common name in the area, give them a call.
or an LLC. I'm mainly looking for LLCs because those are investors. Then I'll put those LLCs in Sunbiz, search who the owner is, skip trace them, contact them, and they say, how the hell did you get my number? I say, you want the property or not, man? I'm giving you a deal.
What's your go-to way for contacting LLCs?
So I'm going on Sunbiz, typing in the LLC.
Yeah, but once you find LLC, you're like the
So it
sales
depends.
manager or
If
whatever.
I look for the manager, sometimes it's an accountant or an attorney, sometimes like that.
How do you contact them?
And then I'll just skip trace them, put them in, find them. Attorneys are easy to find.
Address, your own exit address, or
Here, we'll just do it all right now. Why is this not loading? Come on.
I'm using the mailing address of the agent.
Yeah.
Because I literally did this today and I found him on Facebook. I Facebook messaged him. But I think it went to his requests.
Yeah,
Dude, I Facebook message too, it works.
Buy my stuff, you know? But I don't know.
You said you use Facebook? to
Yeah,
message
like
them?
literally like this morning, like I Facebook messaged like the acquisition guy, like a Cause
I thought I moved in, I never thought
they
about
bought a
Facebook.
house in Sunrise, I'm selling a wholesale deal in Sunrise. And I was like, they bought it for a lot, you know?
He said, man, that's a good, that might
Come
be
on
a good
now,
feed.
Yeah, I hope he responds.
Alex spoke in one of my meetups, he was amazing.
Yeah.
He does a lot of social media stuff, just so you guys know.
Definitely.
TikTok king over
I'm
there.
so big too.
There we go.
I'm
All
so
right.
big.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So here we
Yeah,
go.
I love it. So you're a smart guy. Yeah, for
So
sure.
if one of our people doesn't buy this, or anyone here is more than welcome to buy this property. And like right here, Silent Moon LLC, they're getting a phone call tomorrow. Family 17 LLC, they're getting a call tomorrow. Pearl Cove Investments, they're getting a call tomorrow. So here's 3 buyers in 3 seconds.
But why is that different than using PropStream and just like using the sector in PropStream and just doing cash buyers? Or you could do like corporate owned filter, you know what I'm talking about?
You could, what I'm doing here is I just want to be able to say Silent Moon simultaneously, I'm going through them. Because if it's a good deal, I'm going to call 2 of these people and it's going to be gone. You know what I mean? If it's that good of a deal. So I'm just going in here, this is user friendly for me, this is what I know. This is just how I operate quickly.
It's like you're laser focusing as opposed to shotgun blast with Alex.
Yeah, I don't want the whole area of Deerfield. I know you
Yeah.
can zoom in on PropStream and get closer
Yeah, you
and
can
see.
like do the drawing thing.
Yeah.
But Cash Buyers is giving you people who've only closed in the last few months or so.
Yeah, you can.
Some of these people may not have bought cash. I don't always need a cash buyer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can double close with a conventional. Some of these, you can do a syndication agreement and still collect your assignment fee. And I've seen conventional pay that. I'm looking for